Boy, oh boy, if we are not on the money, don't move me. I don't want to go nowhere else, man. Don't mind me. I'm just out here chilling. Is it me? It must be something written on my head. I feel like whenever I go to the restaurant, they have an inkling. It must be a sign on my head. Sit me next to the bathroom or sit me next to the trash can. I don't enjoy it. I don't suggest it. I don't recommend it. Likewise, I don't recommend really sitting here, looking at more videos, listening to me blah, 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 blah. But if you are going to, I should let you know that it is October 8th, 5 p.m. I am in Ohio. And I want to let you know that with it being October 8th, that means that you are now entering a place called the Twilight Zone. No, I'm just kidding. On October 8th, as of October 8th, you now have 84 days left in 2025. 84 stinking days left. And not only are there just 84 days left, there's only 4 minutes left in this video, where I am sitting here in Lincoln Park in Cleveland, Ohio, maxing and relaxing. I just was able to eat a meal from the community center that serves the community. Likewise, I got a big bag of cilantro and celery, which I'm very excited about, and 2 spring watatata bottles. I was able to sit over here at the park. I'm able to make this video now, soak up all this sunshine. There is bad news. The reason I'm more or less here and not someplace else is because I hopped on the transit earlier. I got myself over to the mechanic shop because they told me that my vehicle was done. I got there and sure, they charged me a couple of $1,000 or so to make the noise go away, but it still drove terribly. So I brought it back, and now I'm just making my way back home the scenic way. I'm gonna have to rearrange all my plans. And what are you gonna do? Am I upset about it? No, not entirely. It is what it is. Now, I'm also noticing that my battery is getting low. So what I'll do is I'll start saying my goodbyes. I'll try to upload this video as soon as I can. Thanks for stopping by. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. I don't care. Let's talk about what the message of the video, the message of the story is. Find your own personal happiness. You don't have the same amount of money as everybody else. You don't have the same amount of time as everybody else. Heck, you and I both know you don't have the same point of view or the perception as everybody else. So you need to slow it down to the point where you are doing things that literally make you happy. So let's talk about me for this example. I don't want to sit here and say I was made a lot happier, but I found myself when I was sitting there at that table. You can't really see it, but it's there. Okay, there it is. When I was sitting there at the table and I enjoyed my meal, I was grateful. Here's a legitimate testimony. They gave me 2 meals, right? 2 tickets. I was able to get 2 meals. I opened up the first one. It was kind of a measlier piece of chicken, and it had a chocolate cupcake. Big old heaping dollop of chocolate. I don't need chocolate. So I was like, oh, well, you know, the chicken was kind of weak, but whatever, you know, there wasn't a lot of sauce, there's not a lot of flavor, no butter in the mashed potatoes, and the vegetables were not all that. Anyway, I ate it. And I was content, and I was happy, and I was thanking God. And then I opened up the other container just to kind of peek, and I was still a little bit hungry, so I could have eaten more. And pow! A cupcake with the white icing and the sprinkles. And the orange and, you know, the other autumn time sprinkles. And boy, was I happy. I was so excited I probably jumped up with wee and devoured that cupcake. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I like my sweets. I probably was thinking about dessert more than I was even thinking about dinner. And that happens. Sometimes I find myself just ordering a dessert or starting with a dessert. So with that being said, we're at about 5 minutes. The point and reason of my video is to show you what it takes to slow down, to refocus, to dial it in, and to find your own personal happiness. Sometimes it's just going to be sitting in the park. Sometimes sitting in the park is just going to give you the time and space that you need to clear your mind, so this way maybe going forward you'll be able to achieve your personal happiness. Maybe just sitting in the park will give you time to clear your mind and think about what personal happiness means to you. Or maybe sitting in the park will actually be some of your personal happiness, where you don't have to go out and buy anything, you don't have to go out and do, you don't have to talk to people, you don't have to participate in any way. You just go sit with nature, be outside of the house, outside of where you are now, breaking the norm, breaking the situation, and that's it. That's it. The days are going to keep going by. 80 some odd days. I'll look again. I have the book here for me, for you. That's it, guys. We were at 100. The days are going to keep going down inevitably. I hate to ruin it for you now, but the fact of the matter is this: once the year turns and it's 2026, that's it. Now you have 365 days until the end of the year. Just as well, might as well do a countdown. In fact, I'm happy I continued rattling. I'm going to finish my point and just going to go tiptoe into something else. 85 days left of the year. No matter what, time is going to tick-tock on by. Once the year turns to 2026, again, time will inevitably go by. You will be forced to move forward or relinquish your position. So I just wanted to tie that in with a thought that I had earlier. And I probably would have made a video about this in the past, but I've instead decided to be more concise or make longer videos, but you know, the topics are a little bit more hardier. So with that being said, the topic that I thought about earlier was that it's time for me now to build out my 2-month, 3-month, and 6-month goals. I usually do this. Maybe I do this as a practice a couple of times throughout the year. I don't think I do this intentionally at the turn of the quarters, but I might very well do this intentionally at the turn or so of the quarters, meaning that I'd probably end up doing this about 3 or 4 times a year, where I would plan out or set goals for the next 2 months, likewise for the next 3 months, and then I would give myself some buffer and provide maybe a longer term set of goals for maybe 6 or 9 months out from there. So for me, I realized earlier that it's time for me to focus and create my new 2-month goals, 3-month goals, and also 6-month goals. And I'm going to do that soon, well before these 100 days or so go by. And I just want to put it into perspective. Even though there's just 85 some odd days left of the year, 84 days left of the year, in these next 84 days, I'm going to be taking a nonprofit course. I'm going to be that's going to help me get my nonprofit up off the ground. I'll probably start my advertising company. I've met a few other folks that we're going to team up with partnerships and road shows. I'm excited. You should be excited. And all of this is going to be while I'm creating new goals to target and to hit over the next 2 months, which are in summary in these next 84 some odd days. So don't lose track of these goals just yet. Don't abandon your moments. Don't lose track of these days. There's a lot of time left in the year. I know 84 doesn't sound like a lot, and I know I'm touching on both sides of the sword. It really is not a lot of time. But look, look at the time that we had from this video. 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes probably could have been enough. 7 minutes could have been enough. We're here at 8 or 9. We're wrapping it up. That's it. I'm gone. And just like that, the moment is too. So don't abandon your moments. Do something that inspires you. Be inspiring. And that's it for me. I hope you guys like the information that I'm putting out. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. I don't care. Comment or whatever. And that's it. Check out my other stuff. Hashtag DAYM. Don't abandon your moments. Blast out of 2025. Hashtag DJ Free Press. Hashtag Sonny Tyson. Go to your park. Peace. I'm out.